done to help the Historical Society. We can use some of the grant money to do some of the work they need to be done. And,
on the building.
on the ground.
Right, there would be the removal of the old factory.
Right, that needs to be
And-
removed.
Yes.
Yes.
And then stuff left that can be stayed, right?
Yes,
And,
we're gonna do everything we can to keep a lot of that material right on site.
Right, not truck it
Use that to
anywhere.
regrade.
Good deal,
Use it as riprap.
Yep.
good deal.
You know, there was also, some discussion, the possibility of maybe where the parking lot goes in and it goes down. Some of that can be used to bring that up to road level.
Regrade it so that it's not a,
Yeah, I understand what
Right.
you're saying,
yep.
that would coincide with the building, whatever the heck that is, right?
Well,
Right.
that may change too, the building's
The building can be
actual
moved.
sitting, where it's sitting would change, because that's the hole. The basement area
Talk
of
about
it is,
moving
all
the building.
all the runoff from the road goes
Oh,
down
the
under that, and it's
Oh,
wreaking
everything
havoc
all
with the
moving.
foundation, exactly.
Everything going over the building too, I didn't realize
Right,
that.
yes.
right.
Yeah, okay, well, that makes a lot more sense.
And, yeah, it would make a major improvement, I mean,
Sure.
I wouldn't mind seeing this town have a success story on that end.
I think so, yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Get that cleaned up.
No
I mean,
doubt, no doubt.
Well, eventually the building is gonna go down over the
I,
right.
iron bank.
I found a tobacco can with some stuff in it from Clyde after working at the Union Factory in 23.
Holy
Oh,
smokes.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool stuff, you know. You gotta check with the Historical Society.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've been down below and looking at the ruins of the old factory. And when you look out over the bay, it's a beautiful view.
Yeah.
I mean, I can really see that, you know, that's gonna be an asset to the community once
Oh,
it's
yeah,
cleaned
oh,
up.
yeah, and just the danger of it, because it's
Right.
gone, I mean, I remember when there's a lot of wooden buildings that, when I was a kid,
Mhm.
that were still there, but it's all gone since.
Yeah. I know one of the things that Nick discussed with us is the Maine Municipal Risk Management is advising that once we take control of the property, that the property is fenced off,
Yep,
and there's gonna be a cost with that. He discussed it with members of the
property will be fenced off.
property around the factory itself,
Uh,
you know, so that nobody can get in and get in amongst the concrete and have something happen. It would be a safety issue, and our insurance company is requiring that we do that. We discussed that with Nick, and Nick added that that could be part of the brownfield. You know, that the brownfield money would cover that instead of the town of Lubec.
Is it something that could be done, is there a time period where we would need the fencing to spread it?
We discussed that. We also discussed reusing the fence. Could that be reused down to the school? Could that be reused around the ball field? And
Great minds think alike and fools seldom differ, huh?
and you know, Nick said that, you know, once the project was done, you know, that could be an option down the road. One of the things that we need to be aware of is, in order for the town to take control of the property, that would need to be done at a town meeting to have the approval from the voters. And once we give the property back, that would have to be done with approval from the voters. So the contract language that Mary is working on would be a contract between the town of Lubec and the Historical Society for that to happen. What would happen if the brownfield grant didn't go through? That the Historical Society would agree to take the property back. You know, guaranteeing the Historical Society, we don't want the property.
No.
You know, this is something we're gonna do to help them,
No.
and the contract's gonna state that they will get the property back. You know, to use the building while we have it. You know, I mean, what's gotta be done with that? What's gotta be done to satisfy our insurance concerns? So that'll be in the contract. I mean, if we can put everything that the town of Lubec needs and the Historical Society needs in the contract up front, then, you know, it should make it for smooth sailing.
More clarification makes for less bumps.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Like that.
Well, sure.
All right, well, good, thank you for that update.
That's ongoing, but I mean, I think that's gonna be, like I said, that's gonna be, like Mike said,
You think,
success story.
yeah,
Right.
you think we'll have that language by next meeting?
I was hoping to have it for tonight, so I mean, it
All right.
should be,
All right.
we should be finishing it up What I would like to do, as soon as I get it, I will forward a copy to the selectmen, and I'll forward a copy to Barb at the same time, the head of the Historical Society, and let you guys get a chance to read it, let her get a chance to read it, any changes that need to be made, so everybody's satisfied, then those changes can be done at that time.
Good.
Very good.
Last weekend, as everybody knows, I mean, we had quite a snowstorm. One of the things that happens when you get a big storm is homeowners looking to clean their driveways out, they'll put snow anywhere they can. What they don't realize is that it is against the law to put snow in a public way, to put any snow that hasn't occurred there naturally in a public way. What that does is that can lead to a danger that as I'm plowing my driveway and pushing it across the street, it kind of builds a little bit of a hump. And a plow truck going by can catch that. And one of the dangers is that it would push it into an oncoming lane and, you know, possibly into a car. So there is a law. It's Maine Title 29A, Motor Vehicles Heading, Chapter 21. And basically it states a person may not place and allowed to remain on a public way, snow or slush, that has not accumulated there naturally. So, we've had a discussion with our Public Works Director, and if they see that, he's to call me, let me know. The homeowner, the first time would probably get a letter, the second time it would go to Dawn. I mean,
That's right.
John, can you review our parking ban
Yes, thank you.
while we're talking about snow?
you get a copy of it?
That's what I'm thinking, I
Park-
usually stick it in here, so.
The parking ban is in effect, and it's for all streets in Lubec. It is from November to April, and that there is to be no parking
On any street.
on any streets.
any
And what this is this so that the plow trucks can navigate their way through the streets, put the snow in an area that's clear of the streets, and when you have a car that's alongside of the road, once that car leaves, you still got that pile of snow that's there. And, you know, when you've got the crews that have been out,
It's
dealing with a storm, you know, what it is it's just, makes it difficult that they have to come back and clean it up.
Oh,
It's in the evening, I believe.
Yeah, for certain times.
Yeah. From 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., something like that. But I think Betty went to get it. Yeah. Basically, it's just at night, and it's for snow removal purposes.
November 30th to April 15th, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
And I know it's posted around town, most people know.
That was pretty accurate. 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., November 30th till April 1st?
April 15th.
April 15th.
And we have it posted in 14 places around town.
Good deal, 14, that's double sevens.
The next item, I received an email from Sarah, on the Maine People's Alliance. You wanna, I got a resolution here that they,
Well, I think we just had a marathon last night with our first budget meeting, and in hopes of keeping our budget for our town at a reasonable level, the proposed, cuts that our governor has will, potentially devastate our community. And, there's been a movement by the Maine People's Alliance. They have a sample local resolution that towns can, use as a starting point and add their own language, and have it presented to our representatives at the state level. So I wanted us to take a look at that and, see if it would be appropriate for us to, voice our opinions on how it would be affecting our taxpayers, our residents.
And as you said, it's a good starting point, and as they have sent this to us as a sample,
Right.
and each municipality has unique burdens on it. And I know Jim Clark and John and I have had several conversations about some of the unique situations that exist in Lubec that affects our tax valuations and tax base, that I think should be, are definitely noteworthy in this resolution. So,
And I've been in contact with our representatives to Augusta, Catherine Cassidy and David Byrne, and they're probably tired of hearing from me by now.
No, don't get.
don't you stop,
And that's-
get right on
I
it.
don't know.
That's where I was going is.
Stay
David
right
Burns
on.
loves it, David loves it, I know him well, David loves it.
You know, every article that I read, you know, asking them questions and just letting them know that, hey, Lubec is here and Lubec is keeping an eye on what's happening. You know, it's gonna hurt us if that goes through. If we lose the revenue sharing, you know, that's part of our budget.
Well, I don't know how
Large
many,
part of
I don't know how many of our residents or individuals in this room were able to watch the governor's State of the State address. And after the announcements of his proposals and the timing of his State of the State address, I fully expected some explanation of the severity of these cuts and these proposals to the municipalities.
Right.
And it was lacking substance of why it was done and why it's so severe. The bottom line is, that's fine, because we've knuckled down and we're taking this seriously, and we're gonna protect the burden that's on our taxpayers, even if all of the things that were constitutionally, state constitutionally put in place to help relieve that burden has been removed or is being attempted to be removed. It still falls on this board's responsibility to do what we can.
Right.
So we've had serious conversations about it, and if the governor has any questions as to what we're talking about, he can contact our town administrator in Lubec, because we're taking this seriously. This is a hit.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
when you couple that with the municipal part, with the cuts to the school
Right.
and all the other cuts that we'll be
Right.
seeing,
Yep.
it's.
I'm almost thinking it's mean-spirited, because it's going after the lowest
Devastating.
people. It's going after the strata of the people that are trying the hardest.
Right, right.
You know, there's money available to pay your bills and go and balance your budget at the top end of the food chain.
State property poor.
I'm sorry, that's how I feel about it.
Right, right.
So we'll be taking a close look at this, I feel.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's not only funding, it's also coverage of drugs for elderly people. It's rejecting federal funds that would help people with their health care, the disabled, the elderly. It is mean-spirited.
I
It
really feel it is.
Yeah.
It's going after the
Well, let
circuit
know permits,
breaker,
I'll still be open to that.
Oh, probably.
most likely.
No, they'll
More
all
than
be open.
likely.
That, you know, top notch like that. Take
Right.
from the old. you know.
Yeah. And you know, when you start getting into, you're taking exemptions away from people, you're further jeopardizing their homes. And as Sarah said, it's a double whammy, because it's the school too.
Right.
Where does
Right.
the school money come from? From the
The
same pockets.
same group of
Same
people,
pocket, that's
the same
right.
group of people that are
Right.
struggling to make it.
Yeah, it's sad, it's sad.
Are you gonna work on this
Yes.
for the next meeting? Okay, good,
I'll be in contact with the selectmen and get your input.
good,
Can
See what
help
changes, I just
health
wanted to,
data and that sort of thing if you want on food.
good.
yeah.
I believe it.
Thank you.
Last item I got for new business is just update on the water supply in South Quebec Road. I had a chance to talk to Cecil,
Yeah.
Cecil Moores.
Cecil Moores, yeah.
And, yeah, for the people that don't know, they've had some issues with the leaky pipe on South Quebec Road.
Yeah.
This week,